I sort out the technical side.
Okay, that sounds like a plan. Just watched Denmark just get their butts handed to them. It seemed like every match they played, I believe it was against Georgia, was a blowout. Like,
Oh, wow.
and then some of the strongest players just lost like 11-2, 11-4.
Thomas Meyer lost 11-2 or 2-11.
I believe that was the same score as Lars Trabolt, who was.
Post-match, I said to Thomas, "Can you take us through the 2 points you won? How you got those?"
Can you make us feel better? Was it? I hate when you lose 11-2 and it wasn't even that close, and that seems like a kind of a cause. Sometimes the dice are falling your way, and sometimes
they're rigged.
Well, yeah. Sometimes it's like you threw the dice at the ground, you'd miss. So.
Yeah, we've all been there. All right. So.
But Ueda and Chris Rogers, two extremely strong players that we're about to watch. So I'm very excited.
Oh, it's going to be an immense match. I'm hoping for fireworks.
The nice thing is also Chris is a little deliberate, but Ueda is very deliberate. So we will have lots of commentary because we will have time in this match.
Okay, so hang on. But yeah, it's gonna be it should be great. Hang on.
Oh, Andrew, yeah.
You know Alexander?
Yeah. Yeah. Do we know you're friends with him on Facebook? You absolutely know him.
Okay, so we are going to switch over so we can go and have a look and see who's in the teams, because why not?
Yeah.
All right, so let me get.
Look at all those UK players. I mean, what an
Apparently,
incredible.
not all of them have made it, but it's still.
I haven't seen. I haven't seen Raj. I haven't seen.
I haven't seen Dan Revere.
Yeah.
Apparently, he was arriving today, or that might be tomorrow.
I saw Hall. I saw Powell.
I saw Andy Darby.
Well, I was a guest of the English team at the team dinner last night, and they were
Oliver
combined.
Squire.
Yeah, Esquire is here. I just had lunch with him.
Very strong player.
The only two
Amazing
not
stuff.
here, Raj is not here,
Right.
and Dan Revere is not here as yet. The
Oh,
other-
Reese is here.
Yeah, Reese is here.
Okay.
Yeah, like Reese and Oliver, they're like the golden boys.
They are the future of UK backgammon. I mean, quite frankly, the young, strong players who. Oh, look at this guy. Sorry. Keep walking, sir.
Talking
I
about.
thought you had to be 500 yards away from this place.
All right. So hang on, let me just. All right, we can see Chris Rogers. He is setting up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if we can get a camera on all of us.
So we're live on audio.
We are live on audio. I'm going to go and quickly talk to the players, make sure they're comfortable, fed, watered.
I'll tell Carter a story when he's back in his seat.
Oh, yeah.
There.
The filthier the better for our
No.
It's a blues show. It's a blues show.
It's for the benefit of the audience, providing the Australian backgammon community with a little bit of feedback about what's happening here. And the first story was about team preparation. The Japanese are very studious and have been playing practice matches and reviewing those results. One of the Central European teams has been practicing outside with cigars, cigarettes, under a haze of smoke, whiskey and beer. They're organised.
Can't imagine which ones you're addressing.
And the American teams have practiced by staying up late last night and playing charrette.
Yeah, well, go where the money is.
Go where the money is.
It is interesting. So Japan, just like the Danes, have a very strong culture in teaching the players, whereas the British and the Americans have a very strong culture in brutalizing the players for money. So you don't have like. It seems like two countries want to keep your opponents a little dumber, a little, and one is really trying to build up the game, to increase the skill level. So
I was speaking with Dirk about the team preparations, and he said when on the German team, everybody is expected to prepare individually and be ready to go from the outset. So there's different attitudes.
I just spent a few days with Dirk in Greece, and his lovely wife. So yeah, it's a lovely venue, and it's going to be a great match, and it's so nice to see all these players from all these countries representing.
Oh yeah. It's we've got 25 national teams, 15 women's teams.
Yeah, and the women's I'm actually way more excited about, like, to start, because they're, we have some incredible talent that I don't think has really been showcased. So often it's just the guys on the internet playing and bullying, but these.
But I think the young word is vibe these days, and I think this tournament for the teams has a completely different feel to standard tournaments. The place is alive, it's buzzing, the team and the kibitzers are all hanging around. Those team results that go to DMP on the last match are exciting.
Yeah.
But do you think, Carter, it has a different feel to it?
It does. The teams, yes, it's definitely, the passion is there and the excitement is there. Right now, you still can make a few mistakes, but coming soon, it's like it's playoff, and it's win or out, and that's when the rubber hits the road, and you really have to deal with the matchups. I think are so crucial. You have certain players. It's like certain players are very deliberate with their time. They take a lot of time bank, and sometimes it's good to throw an opponent at them that's super quick. Because you can get people into time trouble, and all of a sudden now you're dealing with, I got 30 seconds on the clock and 5 more points to go.
Well, I know Chris very well. He's very methodical. Doesn't get into too much time trouble at all. But he's methodical, and he'll take his time on pivot points in a game where it's about to go from one game plan to another, if you like, in the cubic. Rarely runs into time trouble. Of course, Hideaki is out of Japan, is often in time trouble because
he is such a strong player.
He uses his time
anytime
well.
You've got Michi and Mochi as your tutors, and and Kenji as well, and Sam, the young Japanese, I think, are as strong as almost the young UKs. So this is going to be a great match.
Oh, it's going to be fabulous. Here they're doing the traditional long
handshake, of
long
course,
handshake.
for all the photos, for doing it for the gram.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Right.
The stream may be able to see, or we can see on a shot that Jeff Hall's there, and Jeff Hall slayed everybody in Gibraltar.
He was the big winner.
He was a big winner. He won everything. He was in 3 finals.
He's been a gamesman forever, as well as
But there we go.
All right, so it looks like we're about to begin.
Can you see the dice?
I can.
Can you read the dice?
I believe James has actually been doing a fabulous job of reading them.
Yeah, that's a 1.
Well done, James.
James, I can't see the other one. That's the problem.
It's hard
And pretty soon
It's
you
not out
will.
yet.
But,
I like that the water's shaking almost like Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah, it's good. Adds a little bit of fight. All right, so 6-1, making the bar point.
This looks. I do not think this is Chris Rogers. This is Reese Hodges. This is Reese in the grey jacket. So we're not on.
It's Reese Hodges. I thought it was Chris Rogers.
Oh.
It's Reese
Oh.
Oh, excellent. So we have the 2 young guns. Excellent.
Oh, sorry, I got this Reese Hodges. Okay, my bad. I will.
I could be cruel and say you only have one job here, James.
Well, it's okay. It happened. It happened earlier, but it's also we only get the information.
All right. I'm doing my best, guys. Doing my best.
All right.
All right, Reese Hodges. Sorry, I heard Chris Rogers and.
Anita has already made a bit of a prime and got one trapped behind.
To be fair, I did go up to him and say Chris Rogers, and he said yes. So
well played, Reese. He is funny.
Somebody on the chat has said the UK guys started playing with their grandmothers, therefore no chance for Japan.
I guess we can start taking some bets on the action.
All right.
Okay.
I don't think I think you're going to be surprised at how strong the Japanese are.
Yeah.
So
we're up and away here.
all right, so we have a
Got a nice
5-2 to
nasty
play.
shadow there on the camera that we didn't have before. A camera shadow.
This comes. I don't know. I think I'd probably try and come up just because I'm already trapped behind this little prime. But I feel like there was a little bit of a freeze there.
Yeah, just to reiterate for the crowd, unfortunately we are in the middle of the Greek coast, and internet is a problem. So
The internet is not one of Greece's primary exports.
No, so this is streamed live, however much we can, but it's also recorded and will be put online and full quality for you guys later. So hopefully we'll sort it out. We're doing our best with it. Okay, 6-1.
Reese would like to come up, but he's not going to come up and out here.
No, he doesn't want to go into a double shot.
Yeah.
And you really want to unstack that 8 point.
No. He's taking his time and no reason not to.
Okay. 1-3. Okay, I think you. Ooh.
Yeah, you want to make that 5 point, but I think
But
you
don't
just
wanna
play
leave all-
around.
Yeah, you don't leave all those shots.
You just took a race lead. You've got a structure in front of him.
All right, 4-2. We'll get equalizing the boards a bit.
And I'm not saying.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you. We've had the regulatory pun per day. So.
What happened?
Oh.
So we had a very fortuitous roll.
Oh, no, dear Lord.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hence
Once per tournament.
once.
Thank you. Thank you. We've allotted our.
We've got some first-time chatters there, so they haven't heard it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, there we are.
Back to business.
Okay. So 2-5 is. Oh, you're stacking. We can put one on the 4, so you're a little bit more diverse. I think coming down with 2 is a fun, creative play, but probably bad.
Yeah, I mean, some of the ones are really. Whoop.
Interesting.
Thank you, Toussaint. C'est son ami.
You're in a bit of trouble here, James, with both Carter and I to rip into it.
Yeah.
So we-
Okay.
I got to manage you two as well as do this, so it's a difficult game to play. No, I jest. So 2-5. He's come down with the 2. Oh, the loose hit. Hit on the 8th point.
I mean, you're doing this so you try to make the 5 point, right? But if you get hit with the 1, you really.
Well, this double 2 is.
I think his
not,
thoughts there would prevent his opponent making the 5 point.
Well, Neda can make the outside prime, right?
So what do you do here with this? Do you switch 7 to 5? Yeah. And then the last one step up or go there?
Unstack.
I like this.
Yeah, makes sense. Although the guy on the 11 point isn't doing a lot now.
Well, he's got the odd numbers to make the 3 point, the even numbers to point on him. He's got the back of the prime in play. He's got
5-2.
a lot of play here.
Yeah, 5-2. You really want to cover the 8th point block, but coming out is not bad either. Well, what do you guys think the race is looking like here?
I think Carter's the world champion.
Oh dear
Carter.
Lord! It
No,
seems
don't
really
count.
close. I mean, what's the difference here? It's literally 10 pips over there versus 14 pips over there.
Yeah.
So it's probably like 6 pips or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I probably would go into the double shot and run just because the 5-2 is just kind of a meh.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, or possibly make the ace and then just. But the step up's not that great.
I would cover the 1. I think it needs covering, but not from the 8. I'd cover it from.
From the 5 and then what? Come up to the
what's it?
9.
You played the full thing, and then the 9 puts the 3 point under the gun in play.
Yeah, he's going to look at it for a second, and I mean, and it's worth looking at.
What do you think, Carter? Has he got any thoughts here that he's outboarded here?
I mean, jumping out, he had a lot of numbers that pointed on him anyway. So this stops that.
And if he's hit with the 4, it gives up an asset, which is the midpoint. So
Yeah, and look at how the 5-1 would have made the 3 point.
Yeah.
You know, so here now you have a bit of control. You should safe that checker, and you just died some little painful numbers.
All right, 5-1.
Yeah,
4-1.
this is
That's
simple.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
once again,
If he doesn't
Reese is
come out,
methodical with his play.
if he doesn't come out, are we looking at a cube anytime soon?
All right, so
Probably not now.
Neda, yeah, he's gonna now. He kind of with the stronger board, he's gonna some pick and pass covers are great for him, but I don't think he's got a lot of double 3s could work quite well here, right?
Double 3. Ooh, I don't know. I'd probably just make the 5 point. Make it strong. You're decent in the race anyway. You got a 5 prime.
Yeah.
And then you have a think. Hitting loose and leaving a double shot seems
It double
a
blotted.
little
Yeah,
bit
this
rich.
seems like better teeth.
Yeah.
But again, the pip difference is, you know, I think it's possible that White's losing.
But I think White can cube now because you got so much attacking
38
power.
outside.
And you got 5 prime. You got full freedom.
Right.
it really is.
You don't love that blot on the ace, but it's not a problem at the moment.
It's not a big liability, but it's not like Kaneda doesn't have
I think
a decent board.
Reese is looking at this because even a poor roll leaves black behind a 5-point prime. He's got the rolls that pick and pass. He's got the rolls that come down. Virtually, he's going to roll extremely well or just maintain that man behind the 6 points. So, nice cube. Carter would beaver this in the Chouette.
Well, the problem is that black is. Yep, there you are.
Yeah.
The race is close enough.
You got enough, but you got so much power. Here you go, pick and pass.
That's a beautiful one, and especially if you don't come in with a 3, you're stuck behind the prime. And
come in with something like a 2.
However,
a 2,
you roll a
6,
3,
and you
Yep.
do something. I think everything there is going to be pretty close. A few technical things. All right, so we got 5-2. Probably not picking and passing again. Well, do you want to leave him the Joker 6-2?
It's interesting, right? So the Joker 6-2 still comes with a 3 and a 7.
I like this. I'm with Reese on this one.
I like this, but now when he comes in on a 2, he just hangs back, right?
Yeah. When he doesn't come in, he maintains a little bit of gammon Vic
And anyway,
out there.
Yeah, his board doesn't weaken.
Yeah. As I say, there's always more space on the ace.
Right. That's a horrible thing to have to practice.
Stack 'em high.
Right.
That's 1-2. You can make a
Okay,
very brief 6 prime.
Very brief prime, and the problem is the way it cracks and breaks on him may not be the,
Anyway, he didn't waste any time there, all the way to the 7th point.
Yeah, it's the classic textbook 6 prime
All right.
approach. So it's
We
fun.
talked about the 2-6 escape, and this 2-6 escape is even more painful.
Oh, absolutely. 3-1 doesn't do it.
No.
So Hideaki is in a bit of trouble here, but I don't think there's a lot of gammon. Speaking of 6-2s, this is going to be a little bit ugly, but I think it's fine.
Yeah, I want the checkers in front, not in back.
Yeah.
So.
Seems
Double
fine,
five,
but it's a
right,
double 5, double 6 is bad.
Double 5, you can live with double 5, double 6 is
No, double 5 is leaving a blot anyway.
No, it's not. You would just rip off
make
the.
that
two for
him,
and
okay,
Rick 2.
This
But-
would be indirect.
Yeah.
It seems fine.
Yeah, sometimes it just looks like okay.
Yeah.
All right, now look, it's a bit of a run. We have a spectator who's being very quiet. What? There was some what? Okay.
No idea.
I don't know.
We don't work for that company.
Sorry. They're in the women's right now. So if you go over to the women's, okay. Nope, you're okay.
But a potential customer, unfortunately not for our services.
Right. Oh, look at this double 5 all of a sudden.
This evens out the race quite a lot.
I don't know. Who's your money on here, Carter?
Well, the guy who just, I thought that was double 6s. I was about to say, the guy who just rolled boxes seems like a very solid
I think Reese is still got decent chances to cruise home here. But anything can happen. We've all lost from this.
I mean, how many times have you been like, oh, I can't possibly lose. Here I hit the 2 gap. Here I hit the 2 gap. Here I hit the 2 gap. And you're like, next thing you know.
I've learned never to say that.
Right. He's got 3 off.
3 off, and then probably distribute to the 4.
I may have gone 6-4 just because you are going to need a double, I think.
I don't see what the shiny dice is. All right.
Didn't we test these dice before?
We tested many dice, but apparently Hideaki and Reese chose the Ultra Glare.
Right, exactly. But the polished ones that that absolutely make everyone thrilled.
Yeah, the jewel quality.
Right.
So it's fine. 6-1. Okay, so what are we on? We're on 8 versus 9. Okay, but yeah, this.
Sixes,
This
man.
ultimate.
There are doubles. It
There
just
are
happened to be on Reese's side.
This makes our job a little bit easier for the rest of the game.
For sure. Okay, so it could be a BMAP Iran watching. I can't remember who runs that channel. I met him in Cyprus. I'm not sure. Vidart, Johnny Hirondelle is fed up with the internet, so it's fine. He's going to come back later. And so that's 2-0, 9 away, 11 away.
Yep.
We're 55% on that, so it's fine.
There we are.
Ish.
Have you a little cheat sheet there, have you, to give you these?
I could. I've got Extreme Gammon on my computer here, but I really don't want to be listening to statistics.
And that's the thing is when commentating it has the XG feed. A lot of times it just turns into the commentators waiting for the blunder, and I don't like that. I like respect your decisions, respect your. I'll do the apology tour later.
It's not about us, it's about these guys, and they've got a choice. He can make the 4 point here or give up his anchor. What's he going to do? It's not,
right.
Nobody wants to hear what you would do, Carter, necessarily.
Oh, but they love hearing what I would do, right? All right, 4-2, I'd make the 4 point, just like you said.
Beautiful, clean play.
Yep.
All right, 5-2 makes 4 points. So we're getting pretty traditional prime versus prime approach. Except Reese has had enough of this.
Okay.
He chooses the 6-5 classic running play. 1-2. I keep wanting to slot the 7, and it's not always correct. I think it might be a little bit of an overplay here.
Slot the 7 here. I feel like.
I wouldn't want another man back.
I think this is split. Yeah.
I think if he doesn't split now,
you say it's more of a desperation move, but so.
Well, especially. Well, you're getting hit. How are you getting hit?
I think you got to run. You got to run and hit.
You're getting hit
makes you
this
think,
way.
I may as well have slotted the 7 then. But then, at least if I missed, I had something. Okay, that was a nice roll.
All right, 4-1. Ooh. Yeah, okay. I think we're heading into cube territory.
Well, especially if he comes up to it, right?
Comes up, you're coming way into the game. You got a better board, which is the thing. So hitting loose is not as delightful as it is.
But it's so amazing to me how often that builder on the 11 just ends up making that bar or making that 5, and you're just like, oh, 6-3, 6-1, and it's just.
We saw it making the 3 point earlier.
Yeah.
Which was a fun one.
So Nidiaki's thinking, I'll give him 9 pointing numbers here, and
well, he knows the cube is coming.
I think he's just like, look, if I can get it, great. There is a chance I don't get cubed, and even if I get cubed, I've got a lot of returns if it's not perfect. Mm-hmm. There are 2 loose checkers for Reese right now.
So Carter, your fans want to know, would you be cubing here?
I mean, I'm aggressive as hell, so yeah. But again, I don't subscribe to a lot of the XG. It's a weird thing where I'm, I feel like, okay, right here I've got this. I mean, but I also would be looking at the.
What he's thinking, he's counting.
He's got 3 loose checkers right now, right?
He's counting the pointing rolls on the 5 and the bad misses, such as double 5 and double 6, are good misses.
Double 5 is still going to be putting one up, making
even his bad misses.
But I still certainly cube it. I do remember one of your particularly fun cubes against Victor Ashkenazi. I can't remember which tournament that was.
Yeah, Vic was a little steamy, but I mean, but it's also because it's like my aggression, which XG hates, tends to make those big vagarity of swings.
Oh yeah, well either you win hard or you lose hard.
Right.
So it's good. It's great for the spectators. 2-3. So we didn't see a cube here. He's probably quite happy, although his position is good. Like here, I don't think
I'm okay with this. You don't want to strip off the 6
he can make his
to
5,
do the 4.
He could make his 10, 9,
and he made his
7.
5 and starts his 3. And so there's no cube coming now.
No, not for a little while. 5-4 is disgusting.
Just 13-4.
Oh, yeah, it's fine. Doesn't do too bad.
Yeah.
No one up for the fun loose hit on the ace here?
I don't feel like you get enough out of this. The problem is when it gets hit back, you get trapped a lot easier.
Yeah. The poor rolls, the bad rolls are bad, but he's got so many rolls that improve.
Well, this is kind of flunky, right?
Yeah,
you just go to the 2. But, stepping up, you're coming under all the odd numbers. But you wanted to make the points in order. Mm-hmm. And this roll does not do that. Okay. Reese can also feel like do a little more loose hitting with the 2 inner board open points.
Okay, so what are we on here? 4-3. Is this no? It doesn't have to hit. No, it doesn't have to leave a shot. I don't think.
No,
it doesn't need 3.
God, those are such weird stacks.
Let's have a look. If he comes off the 11, then he's got all these even number sequences, some odd number sequences.
5-3,
play well
3-1,
for the 3 point or 2 point.
Is this another 6-4?
Yeah, it is. With those stacks, I'd be tempted just to make the 3 from the bar point.
Yeah, I mean that ace isn't a huge. The ace works really well on the other side with a 1-3, 1-5.
Yeah, obviously, if he rolls like a double ace, you're unhappy.
Yes,
But,
yes. Usually when they roll the thing that you duplicated, yes. In other news, water is wet here in Greece. Yeah, no, it is funny how Neil Kasros explains how it just makes those jokers that much better. Like super jokers, they go from jokers to super jokers.
This, I think you got to come down with 2. There's no safe play, I think.
Right, and then you don't want to have the 3 loose checkers. So I guess that's it.
Are you duplicating anything? 4? Yeah, 4's cover. 4's hit, 4's cover.
Yep.
So I think that's probably as good as you're gonna get. Oh no, I know you like getting rid of the.
Well, it's the least amount of shots, right? And if you can get him off your ace, it's not. I don't feel it's that bad. I just hate that I've got. I will have 4 guys. Is it 5 guys?
Yeah.
And he'd be completely stripped on the outer boards.
Yeah. So you're going to be leaving shots when he's got a better board.
Right.
So the 6-2.
But hey,
6-2 doesn't kill him because he won't cover.
Double 4s is
Double
the
fours.
murder roll.
Double 2 as well.
Double 2.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But it's not every day that you get to have 5 on your 4 point.
Right,
So
exactly.
you should
So you can show off.
celebrate it.
The ladies love that, exactly. Often they say, if I could just have a few more on my 4 point.
That's what we say. Put more on the 4, right?
Right, exactly. That's how that saying that never caught on is catching on.
Back to business, chaps. Do we like this? I don't think so.
No,
I mean, I like the fact that we can no longer see the checker because Reese put it on and didn't even put it on the bar. So it's just kind of a covered checker right now.
Yeah.
Still many lags, according to
the
chat.
Yeah, this is unfortunately the thing that
So
we have
many
very little
lags.
control over. So, but we are providing excellent entertainment, which may be enjoyed at a later date in higher quality. So,
Exactly. If you think we're good now, wait till we come back in HD, baby, director's cut.
So I haven't even got my arms folded. It was about a minute ago, I think.
oh no, there's always about 30-second delay anyway
Yeah,
on this. This is the YouTube we
I
have here.
just scratched my eye.
Okay, thank you for the
Now
update.
you're going to time the eye scratching. Okay. All right, this is taking a recent minute.
So what are you thinking here, Carterman? I'm thinking 2 down.
I think 2 down.
This seems
It
natural.
duplicates the
Like, it
4s.
is
It's a
horrible.
stronger. It's a stronger attempt at the 3.
Oh, it pays
Is this
off.
a
You
2-1?
would have been hit with his extremely ugly
Yeah.
play.
8 to 7 here because he hasn't got good 5s anywhere else
Yeah.
to speak of. So.
I think it's all okay.
This is fine. He's the 6. The 6 is kind of now the covering too, right?
3-5. He's going to be leaving another shot.
Yeah, but I think
But
he's
at least
getting
he
him
can
off
make
the
a
ace
point.
point, baby.
Yeah.
So let's make that ace point on his head, kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I give him a full roll here.
Yeah, you take away half the roll. You get him out of
Yeah.
your hair. You definitely, if he
Unload
comes
2
in on the
stacks,
5.
make another point.
Yeah.
Double 2.
Oh, this is a
This
little
is
nice.
three.
I'm going to go out there and call
Yeah.
this a joker.
That is a joker. That is a joker. A 2 response is the counter.
A
Counter
double
to that.
2 would be the joker. 3-6 is
The
not.
fan is the anti-joker, and I guess you've got 6s and 4s and covers.
And this is a pass.
This is a pass.
I am not taking this. Not with my board looking like that.
Right.
Now that you joyfully press the pause button.
Yeah. Yeah, if there was any other loose checker, it'd be a play on too good, right?
Yeah.
So
It might even have been play on anyway.
yeah, you get the 5 outside, but they're in the right quadrant, so it just seems like you don't get.
You don't need that many gammons.
Yeah.
2-1.
All right, 2-1, 9 away, 10 away for the more technically minded. Okay, 3-1. That's a lovely opener for Mr. Hodges. 4-5 to Dan. Playing pure theoretical backgammon, which is what we like.
4-1. I think we go.
4-1. We go to the 2, obviously, and then. I prefer.
Yeah, especially coming into the stacks. You're building in front.
Yeah.
All those horrible stacks out there.
4-3. Now he's got his 5 point.
Delightful, and he has maintained his pristine 6 point. So
3-2 looks
make
like the 3-point. Yeah.
You can't split with anything other than a 6 here, I don't think. 6-3. Speaking of, I just run. I think I don't see anything better. You can't really build.
Yeah.
And you're not loving contact.
No,
I'm loving the smooth glide and slide on this board.
The material is really fun to play on.
Although you do get a lot of really spinny checkers, dice.
Yeah. But I like that. It's the action, you know. It's like I hate when it's kind of dead.
Yeah.
And it feels like you're pushing leather.
Reese is thinking, should I split now? He's got a man in the bar.
Yeah,
Or just be a little bit safe and worry
Yeah,
about
because
What about a
look,
board?
those
And-
builders are just
yeah.
so nice for the 4-point,
So
right?
he's got
Malcolm?
This is good.
Nobody thought
Good.
about it, and he's come up with it.
I think if he fans, do we have a cube? He does not fan, but we might have a cube anyway.
Oh, is this an ace-6?
Ace-6.
Oh, yucky.
Ace-6.
All
This
right.
is the only thing you
Yeah.
can do.
Wow.
You got the
Wow.
quadruple shot.
Quadruple shot.
Quadruple shots are overrated. Here we are, double twos.
Double 2. You can make the 7-point, which is.
I think
pretty
making the
nice.
7 points pretty strong.
Well,
I
you're
don't like
better
this.
than making the anchor.
I don't like the switch.
No.
No,
to make
no,
the
no.
ace, and
Well,
this
not,
seems
like, not if you haven't cubed.
right. Exactly.
Double 6. Nah, this
Six.
is a strong cube.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd take this.
I don't think I take this. You know, I understand you got 2 back, but look, they're fairly easy to run away with,
Yeah.
right?
Malcolm, you taking this cube?
Yeah, I wouldn't be rolling on, and I wouldn't be taking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there we are.
Double pass?
I think it's a double pass.
Double.
Seems reasonable.
You said pass or pass?
Pass.
Hard
No,
pass.
double pass. Yeah.
Where are you from, Carter?
Chicago.
Ah, the Windy City.
Yes.
So Chicago, Melbourne, and Paris. Ah, nice triangle.
Yeah, you know, we're as
We're covering a lot of
intercontinental,
ground.
extracontinental.
Yeah. All right, so Hideaki is having a bit of a think here.
Right.
He is, just to make it clear to the viewers, both of these players are stronger than all 3 of us, I think.
Sure, if you want to get it. I'm sorry, how many of them are international champions, and what did you win, Malcolm?
Everything last year.
Malcolm's actually been
no,
on quite a
but-
tear, so...
No, but one of the things that does scare me is when there's something I consider quite obvious, and then I see someone very strong and like taking a long time thinking about it. It's like
Right.
it's something I really
Well,
haven't
especially
understood.
these younger players who've done the internet grind. It's just like in
Yeah.
poker, they played thousands of games in the time it took us to play hundreds of games.
Yeah, they didn't have to do manual rollout.
Right, no manual rollouts.
Did you ever do that?
Didn't have to do like
Before jellyfish. It was
jellyfish and
like,
GNU
you'd
and
have your checkers on the outside.
Snowy for
and
$300.
You'd learn how to distribute. And
Right.
Put men on the 4-point for God's sake.
Yeah.
Don't neglect it.
You read backgammon for blood and set back your training for a decade. You know, there's all these things that happened back in the days.
All right, so Hideaki is pointing urgently at the clock.
Oh, hit the clock. Yep.
We've all done that. Did you get frustrated when you play against someone who's very slow?
I don't. I put my headphones on anyway, so this tends not to bother me.
And if people just repeatedly forget to tap the clock?
Then I just I alert them once, and then
Yeah.
if they do it, I'm just like, okay, you're playing in the Masters or you're playing in the championship
Yeah.
division. You should know, and you know that's on them.
Yeah.
I've had a few people clock out on me that are just. They're like, I can't believe it. I'm like, I don't play slow. So if you're gonna play slow, that's gonna happen to you.
Chat on? Is it long?
The chat is on, it is live. People are not that talkative at the moment. They're spellbound.
3-1.
Spellbound. So 4-5. Okay. Just runs out. I do find like sometimes, especially if I've already like kind of told them about it,
Well,
and they send the cube and then proudly sit back with their arms across their chest and haven't tapped the clock. I'll be like,
Right, and then they'll wait and they'll Hollywood it out and they'll just be like,
Interesting choice.
Yeah,
here.
5-point or
Racing,
hit, right?
You can hit, strip the midpoint, and maybe split, or you can make the 5-point for the play later because.
I think I hit just because
yeah.
I don't want the link up,
Yeah.
right? If he rolls the 6,
but
then
it's got 3 blocks kicking around. So.
yeah. And the 5-point is not actually that useful when he's right at the edge of the prime. So. but it's rarely a big mistake.
Right. And it's so pretty if it works.
Yeah.
But when it fails, and especially because this you can also
you
do that
actually-
and split,
It adds
right?
that.
Although you're getting hit with a lot
Sixes.
of sixes though, and he has got a better board. So
Technically as a better board, but you also send that checker back, and then you also get to split yourself, so you can get
Yeah.
like roll the 5-3, the 4-2, and get a high anchor. So I like this better.
yeah, it seems natural, but
And plus, how many times is this? You do this, and then all of a sudden you roll double sixes from the roof, and you're like, ah! And the next thing is like pound, 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 pound.
we saw in the last game, there's one game where there were 3
There's
double
one or two.
sixes from the bar.
On a 1-point board.
Not for the same player.
Here's
Right.
another 10 sixes that hit.
All right,
1 5 also hits. What do we got?
5-1.
4-1?
5-1, 5-1.
I think you're coming in on the 5 and going 8-7.
7 is the slot too big. This is okay because he's got a blitzing structure, so I don't mind
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, you want to at least have 1 point to come in on if you get
Yeah.
3-2.
3-2 is a little bit weird. I think with the race, I might not attack on the.
Right, you can. I don't know about the 3. I mean, I know. Okay, yeah.
All right, interesting. 1-3
He's
now.
been
Ooh.
listening to Carter about linkage, so he's
Yeah.
56 is there.
Now this is a very similar thing. It's like, do you
I
go for
really,
the golden
I
part or
make,
do you go for the
I make his 5-point not mine. I like that he's slotting it, so that's reasonable. But it's
Yeah.
just you just hate when you can block his 5-point and he just pounds it on you, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
All right, he's rolling the dice.
I said he's gonna pound him with a 5-point, right?
Yeah, and we're gonna see some.
Oh, we're
some
definitely seeing the hit,
some
right?
pre-pounding.
Right.
All right, so all 5s are great. All 5s are. Yeah. Here we go. 5.
Oh,
and
5-2, nice double hit. Yep.
I think anything that doesn't come in with both or hit, we're seeing a cube.
Right.
5 and 1, yeah. This has to be
yeah.
a cube. It's so strong rolling the juice here. 2s and 3s.
And plus,
A
at the
9
score,
is
you want the
amazing.
2 points or the 4 points. You don't
Yeah.
really want to nickel and dime.
Yeah.
So if he wants to see another roll, he's gonna have to pay for it.
Yeah, and you can turn this into a blitz. There's 10 men in the zone there. You can do a lot of damage with this position.
Well, the thing is, if he cubes, is Hideaki taking?
Nah.
That's the thing.
I think so with 3 back.
He's,
Yeah.
yeah, so he'd like to cover with 2s and 9s
Well,
and
'cause
4s possibly.
'Cause if he doesn't cover, then he's not that good.
Carter,
Right.
Are you taking Carter? If he cubes?
If he's cubing, am I taking? I think I am.
Because you're really sad
He's,
if
he's
you
got
enter
3
on the
back.
A's.
You've got like some weird, like the 6s are weirdly blocked over there, so they're coming in that way.
He's on that 2-point there,
Right.
giving some difficulty.
So he didn't send it.
So he didn't even send it.
He holds
6,
off.
4, so he covers with a 4 at least, and then as
But
you said,
again,
those
here's
funky
your
6s.
Here's your junky 6. I think I'd come down here
He
because
does
it's
want
a
to hit
better.
those there, too.
5, 6, and now
And now I feel like this is
this is
cute.
strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a scary cube to receive.
He's not taking it. So.
No, I think he
Taking a
overshot his
Ueda.
market.
You've got a little, you're definitely stronger, and now all of a sudden, a lot of your play gets funky.
He's in a bit of a thing.
It's simply put, I mean, Black says to himself, how do I win this game? So
Okay, first
it's-
I roll the 3-2. That's how I
roll
start.
3-2.
If I'm gonna do this, first I roll the 3-2.
Yeah. And then I've got 2 men to escape. If I don't roll a 3-2, where am I?
Morden Holm
Hey.
wearing a U.S. jersey. Oh no, sorry, it looked like you look Jim. You looked like Morty for a second.
Like who?
Morden Holm,
Yeah.
Danish player.
Danish bookmaker.
Yeah.
Well, I am Norwegian. So.
Okay, well there we are.
There's a lot of Northern European.
Okay. I will introduce you, and then you can be like, "Oh my God, what's going on?"
All right. Well, guys, get
Are
back
we
to work.
seeing one of the Greek lady champions walking up on us right now? You're in the middle of the game.
Malcolm
What's
in
the
the
score?
middle again. What? Malcolm in the middle again?
Again.
You
All
can
right.
sit on the side. You know.
No, they wouldn't let
Yeah.
you.
All right, we have action. We have action.
We have action.
So
We have
he has
action.
taken
The
it.
cube and taken.
Cube
Yeah,
sent,
but
cube
this is
taken,
this is
5
ugly
prime
because
made.
this is,
Any shot here is nuts.
6-3 again. That's 6 that gets silly and awkward.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's
You breathe a
okay.
sigh of relief now. Black's
Oh
feeling.
yeah, I mean, 2 anchored on
Black.
the ace is
Yeah.
garbage.
Hideaki is feeling a little sick, I think.
Is this a 2-3?
There's a 2-3.
All
right,
So I
I
think you
wanna-
make the 9.
Yeah, I want to block point, right? I want to block his ways out, right?
3. This is ugly, but probably correct. You don't want to have another one set
Yeah,
back.
look at how the double fours play, right?
So Hideaki
yeah.
is saying,
Yeah.
I need to break his prime here to win,
Right.
but it's all going to come down to the 4 of the dice.
Yeah.
Right.
How often does that happen?
It happens a lot, doesn't it, Malcolm? Look at, I mean, just one little
Here we go.
Crackosaurus.
Brachiosaurus.
And look at this 5-1.
Ooh.
Yeah, you really want to be able to.
Then you got to come out.
Yeah, but you're coming under so many guns,
Yeah,
right?
but who cares? Like,
But this
he's
is-
never going to counter
The card
prime
says
you.
so many guns. We call this in the show at the Robert De Niro play. It's like, come out, we'll review are.
Okay.
Okay, fair. You've just got to come out and take him on. If he hits, he's going to lose one of his
This is a
valuable
4-3?
assets. Yeah.
4-3, 4-3.
So the hits cost him dearly because he loses assets.
This is possibly the worst roll. I think you just have to break the 11.
This is pretty bad.
Yeah, and hope he stays on the bar long enough for you to roll a couple of 1s.
Right, but the problem is that high anchor he just flies off of, and oh god.
Well, yeah, but you could roll something, I don't know, like a 1, like a 2-6 or something. He's is he breaking the anchor or is he slotting?
2-6 I'm slotting.
Yeah,
I don't feel that's
We got the 2, we got the 4.
2-4.
So, which is not the same.
Which is definitely not the same.
Now Black's board structure doesn't look all that good for him.
No, well spotted, Malcolm.
I've got it. I've on the ball there.
Right.
Speaking of 2-6, ooh.
Is this a 2-6?
It is a 2-6, but it's 2-6 for Mr. Hodges.
Oh, well then I think we just, this and the 2 is fine to anchor just to avoid the like super double 2.
Yeah, double 2 number. He doesn't want that. He wants him to come in.
Okay, 5-1.
He wants him to
Alright,
come in
you-
like that.
Wants him to come in
Pretty
like
much,
that.
you know.
Okay.
Now just keep your structure, just putter along. 2 what?
2, I can't see. 2 and something unpleasant because he's
One,
not played it
by the look
immediately.
at
Yeah, it's
no, I
probably
can't see.
something along a 2-1.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, just go
Shadows.
around the corner and try and make that prime in
Chat
front
isn't
of
quiet.
Chat is
Top
quiet.
Chat.
Chat
Could
is
it be
quiet.
top chat or all chat?
It's just top chat. It just brings up the most recent ones. So,
Okay.
so people are just biding their time. Yeah, I think it's putting on the 5 seems.
The fact we can't see one of the die doesn't help.
Nah.
Yeah, usually that's a problem.
Well, it's more of a problem over the board if you can't see it.
Right. Well, that's true. Okay. So
Okay.
yeah.
I would have probably stayed for more contact. Another bad 5.
Yeah, 6-5. You're
and
dumping
we're,
deep.
we're stuck in the 3
He loves
Yeah.
the 3-point.
because obviously parking is free on the 3. So
Is this a
Cruel.
5-6?
5-6, yes.
Could be cruel here and saying a double 5 would further stack the 3
Ooh.
point.
I think I break his bar, right?
I'm doing a James. I'm
Yeah, for sure. It's good. You got to imagine
imagining
the worst.
horror rolls. I don't want to do that to Hideaki or any player.
Is this right?
I don't think so. Like you have. Why are you so? Like you don't
Well,
need to
I guess
maintain the
yeah.
anchor.
The problem is
Like,
yeah,
he's
exactly
he's never going to contain you.
right. And just running to the 7 just looks so pure.
I mean,
Yeah. I
yeah, just
just
do that. And like, what are you worried about? He doesn't want to hit you. Like, even with like a
He's-
6-3, it's
he's
like a
imagining horror things like double 1, like hit, make a point, split, dance, come
double
out.
5.
all those-
Oh, we're seeing it.
Did
Yeah.
I just say the double 5 would restack the
Yeah.
3 point?
Yeah.
So
7 on the
so
3. We're
horrible.
loving it. We're loving it.
what is it? 3 what?
Just a
3 and glare.
3 and glare. Okay. Okay, so
Hideaki's
3-5 then. Okay.
Hideaki's dying to death here.
Or maybe
Stay for the 6-1.
Or maybe
No.
3-2.
Yeah. 4-1.
Yeah, Hideaki is probably regretting that cube at the moment. Okay, 5-2. Oh,
Yep.
more space.
Right.
All right.
6-2. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay. And now you
alright.
just want to roll a little small.
Yeah, no, you're not doing any trap plays.
4.
4.
Dump to the ace.
Yeah.
You gotta
Un-
unstack
unstack
your
heavy 3.
Ridiculously heavy 3.
Yeah, it's
That's
not
like,
a case.
Michi says break the mountain.
Right. Yeah.
Well, 6 to 4 is not there. It's not a
This
case
looks
of
like a
preserving a
double-
board because you
Is
haven't
it
got
6-4
one.
or
This
double
looks like
fours?
it looks like a double four to me.
I think it's double fours.
Although I'd rather they didn't put the
They
the
are
dice right in that
rolling
corner.
perfectly in that shiny corner. It is impressive how much they're just dumping to that to the
Yeah.
blind area. No, this is cute. Come out with the 6, and let me see if I can pick up one of those 3 blots.
You probably want to play 6 to 2 here just for a bit of. Done that?
Oh, let him roll a 6. The only thing is,
I want him to roll a 6. I'm praying for a 6.
Even a double 6.
Yeah.
Like you could get the horror scenario. You roll the double 6 and then you roll the double 3.
Yeah, or 3-6 from the bar, and then all of a sudden he rolls like double 1s, 2s. And you're like, wait, how do you end up with a 4-point board?
And that's the kind of game you would tell your friends about.
Yes.
You both
As you
survive and
cried
bomb.
about your, Yeah, I like this play.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah,
5-2. All right.
Okay.
Bring a board together.
Okay. Probably take
Gammons
that.
are
Yeah,
what,
bring it.
30%, 33% for him here.
Well, he's got none in the
Oh,
outfield.
now
but-
he's with the
He's
6
saving a
out.
lot of
You
gammons.
saved a lot of gammons here.
But he's not winning a lot of matches, a lot of games here.
Nope.
It'd have to be some freak occurrence.
Right. It's definitely going to be.
6-5. Ooh.
Wow.
It goes to the 6. No, it doesn't go to the 6. It goes
No,
to
it
the
goes
4.
to the
It's cut
4.
and run. I think it's
Uh,
cut and run. And he doesn't want to roll double 4, double 5, and not save a gammon. But it's cut and run.
yeah, you don't really want
What
to
do
get
you think?
pointed on.
Yeah, I
More
kind
gammons
of
saves it.
running because it's dumping to the 4, which is already a problem, and his board is
And
just.
then the rolls that might save gammons for you or help. Double 4, double
Yeah.
3, double 5 won't
Yep.
play.
Yeah,
So
this seems good.
Yeah, and if you get pointed on,
You
you're
cry
not
a little
favoured.
bit.
Not favoured to be gammoned.
Right, even pointed on. It's not that.
Double 3. Oh, this is a fun
this double
one.
threes?
Double 3. This is a fun one. I don't know what to do. I'd probably just take 2 from the 6.
Yeah.
I'd play for a little freaky gammon here. So.
Oh, would you do switching off?
Yeah, what about 3 off?
Switching off is what
Switching
he's
off,
thinking.
3 off.
Ooh.
Freaky.
Yeah, I suppose you're not worried about being hit because
Well, what about-
you're still
Right.
favored even if you're
The
hit.
board's kind of garbagey. One
Yeah.
little dance here kind of helps.
Was there any merit in 3 off?
Yeah, seems a little extreme.
Oh, he's leaving the shot.
Hello, Mate.
Streaming legend Mate Fair taking our photo.
Some more in.
This has to go in our family album, baby.
Oh. Oh, I did not know your son is coming all the way from Hungary.
A dark horse, our Malcolm. And he gets the hit and the 1.
Oh, that.
Oh my
now and all of a sudden
God.
that 4-point board is pretty strong.
And he got 6 off.
It's good to have a spare on your 3 sometimes.
Is that double 5s?
It's a double 5.
Oh, vomit. Yeah.
He trap played for that.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay.
He plays a deep game.
He
plays
needs a
game.
5 here, or he maybe.
He gets 6-3, so
Alright.
he's just trying to run off the gammon. It's
Wow.
not at all assured. 6-1. Takes
Okay,
2
2 off,
He's
and now
he's
no
off the
misses.
4. He needs a double, I think. What do we got? We have a 3 and a 3 double 3.
Double threes? Okay,
so
you get the-
you'll take it. You'll
Yeah.
take it.
Bring that checker all the way in and waste nothing.
Yeah,
exactly.
For sure.
Very efficient.
And now if Reese can get a set here.
5-2, not quite a set, but he's still favorite to get a gammon. Double 2, he's getting these kind of little nothing doubles, but you'll take him because you get the crossovers.
Yeah.
This is fine, so he's got decent chances.
Yeah. All right. You need 2 big. He made it.
I'm thinking Reese here. He's
Nothing
thinking
lower than
Reese would
double 5.
Double
double
5s.
five.
Oh, and it. Oh,
It doesn't
he's still-
quite. It doesn't quite.
Any set.
And 5-1 now.
Okay. Nice save.
Is Reese feeling hard done by?
Right. I hate when both players are unhappy about the results.
Neither player is happy there.
Yeah.
Or one is more unhappy than the other.
For sure. All right. Here we are, 5-1.
Ring. Reese? What do you mean the ring? It's Zurich. Okay. So Carter at 5-1, the score's a little bit of consideration in cube action.
Yeah, 6 away, 10 away.
Little lead there. So,
You know, in these positions, I want the 2 points. I just wanted to get it into the grabbing up the water. 1, 2. Okay.
both players on odd numbers, so it's an interesting cube play.
6, 3, 6. Maybe we should be stepping up here.
What do we got?
A 3 to play.
3 to play?
Yeah.
So,
3 down. Stripping the mid may be a little, you know, now all the 9s, the 5-4, the 6-3, 4-2.
is that the stepping up play would have been pointed on?
Yeah, it would have been.
Doesn't mean it wasn't right, by the way.
I understand this. But this 4-1 is kind of a meh.
Okay. Okay, so what we got 4-1 for Reese?
For Reese. And maybe you come out and go 8-7. Because I like the I like the connection. You know, you've got his 6s do some good on the other side, 6-3, 6-1 to make the 5 point. So you take away a little of that 6 action.
I don't think Carter's nailed it because the player has to be on the other side of the board.
Yeah. But I do like the one. I do like this because it's another builder, right? You don't want to break that 7 point. Having that on the 7 point.
No.
Yeah,
Then now it allows it to make that 5 point and that 4 point, which really
much more flexible and going to the 9. The 9s keep away from there. So
Okay, so we got 1 and a 4. All right, makes the bar point, I think.
Right, yeah.
Oh, you
Shift over.
could split, but I think this is just stronger.
No, especially with the checker on the 24.
Yeah.
Oh, and the fan.
At this score, I'm liking the cube.
I think the cube is fairly valid. The 9s with 2 in the air will make it too good. I think I'm contemplating a little. There we are.
So what's Reese going to do? So Reese does this thing around his 9.
He snatches. I love that move.
He's an underdog.
Like, how do you let it come? Like, how do you let it
4-3.
fall?
4-3 is not ideal, but you do make the 8 and you come up. So
Right.
What about intermediate roll?
there's probably going to be something to shoot at next turn. Although, actually, scratch that. Double 3.
Is it this double 3?
It is a double 3.
Oh no!
Double 3 is
Quite the response from Reese.
the last 3 is a little bit.
I think you'll just draw a breath here and play the 10 to 7 and see what happens next time.
Yeah.
Like you really don't want
But
to.
it was, but that was a cute little, 13-10 because it makes that little primey.
Yeah.
But you would have been hit 4-1.
4-1. What happens here?
I mean, you want to come up, you want to come higher so you can get out, but the 1's garbage, right?
Yeah. This is. It gives him good 6s, but the 6s he's gonna love to get out.
I think he's got 11.
The 6s were not as great. I mean, it was coming out, but this way the 6s look just disgustingly good.
Like that. Okay.
Yeah.
We're probably not gonna see a re-cube for a little while of this score.
Right. Ace what? Ace 4?
4-1.
Okay.
Okay, now you got a slot.
Yeah.
Yeah, love the slot play.
Yeah.
Instantly found that. Love it.
Was he hoping for a 4-1, do you think? What did he want?
Almost certainly not. I think he would have loved a.
Oh, look at this 4-2,
I think he
hitting
would've-
twice.
He would have preferred a 4-3, I think. So.
It's something, there's something so horrible about getting gammoned on your own cube,
Oh yeah.
you know, and it happens, and so often when you're trying a little blitz and then all of a sudden somebody rolls a double from the roof that you're just
It
like,
becomes too good
I
against you.
I thought I prevented that.
Look, he's made an advanced anchor, he diversifies. Hideaki is under pressure here to roll a 4 or come in with a 3.
Nope, be 1-5, which is worse than his previous.
Yeah,
1-4.
that's, you got the 3 trapped now?
Yeah. Like,
Oh.
you've got plenty of gammons. You're not sending this.
Right.
3-2, lovely.
Yep. Yep.
Make the prime. 5-2. Oh, you're happy to split.
You gotta come up
then,
and you gotta come down.
You gotta come down or you gotta come out? I don't know.
5s and 4s versus having him come off his anchor with the 6.
Yeah.
I think I want to stay there just so because I want to get his inner board 3.
Yeah.
This gets a lot of just free shot, no return action.
But it gets 2 out from behind the prime. And
That's
he's
true.
not building inside.
I think they're going back behind the drum, at least one of them, but more often than not. Again.
Oh, now look at Reese doing a little pause like, this could get tasty.
Like,
Go for match.
Well, if I'm Hideaki, there's no way in hell I'm taking this game,
Right.
even at this score. 2-5 he does hit, and then just continues, right?
I think you just continue
You just
because
continue.
it's in a good place to make the 3, to make the 2.
It's a beautiful structure.
Right, and he's got that now a 4 shot.
Oh, he makes the anchor.
He's
2-3.
back.
2-3.
All right,
I'm back.
I'm back, baby.
Can somebody say that once? I'm back.
Yeah, I'll be back.
I'll
I
be
think.
back. Now
Right.
I'm back. So.
Well, double
Oh,
fours.
double
Now
four.
you're no longer back.
Oh.
So I guess you're making the ace point from the like bang, in and bang. I don't want him to. I don't want him to get the 1-3 game right. 2 in the air. You get to clear.
Even though his timing is garbage for this back game, I think you don't want the second anchor. This is just good.
Yeah, this is pretty awesome.
Although, like, the 8 point is not without merit. Like, just coming out with 2 there and coming down to maybe 8, like, it's not bad.
Yeah, but now I mean it's like those checkers that are 6 away get a little bit more liability-ish, and you've got a little bit now of time where you can dump in because the guy's no longer on your 5. You can just dump in easily.
Call that liability-ish.
Liability-ish.
I love that.
I
I
know.
love that.
I know. So I'm putting 2 in the air, and
Well, I think-
you've got a 4-point board.
What Reese is thinking, if he secures what he may be thinking, if he secures the 1, he's still a little bit jagged timing wise. He'll dump to the 2 point wherever possible. And what does Hideaki do with large numbers? So he's thinking, I'm out. He's not favoured to roll a 1, but I think we like what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Just make the 1 point, put him on the roof and skate home.
Card is in favor for putting 2 in the air, like,
Yeah.
you just don't care.
That's it.
Exactly.
There we go.
So, yeah, this is the way to win a lot of gammons.
Right.
Do you have any trash rolls? Double ace is not fun after.
Well, of course, if he
The
doesn't,
double 4 again is a little bit funky.
if he doesn't come on, you're happy. If he comes on with 2, you're not
Yeah,
unhappy.
double 4s is 2 out, and then the 1 to the 5.
Oh,
so then you
actually,
get
yeah.
beautiful. It
Yeah.
ends up being kind of beautiful.
Yeah, just double aces, maybe like double 2, it goes to the 5.
Yeah, even double aces isn't super annoying, right? You can go
No, you
with
just play.
7 to 3. Yeah. Oh, okay. He decided
Play- play
discretion's the
with
part of valor.
But he wanted to keep the
It's
extra checker on the
checker.
bar, which
How often does that happen? It was an oversight. I mean, you're not in the moment. You're not concerned about your opponent's
double
checker.
5, that's the
Right.
move
That should be on the board.
But look at now. So
he rolled?
he danced. So he's just
He's
sitting there.
way too good, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
You can roll on here without risk.
6-1.
Yeah. Here we
Now
are.
he's going for it.
Yeah.
He doesn't love being hit here because Hideaki does have some structure that could be a bit problematic. Double 2, alright, he's got his back game.
Right. And he's got his 5-point.
So things are actually
And,
starting to look a bit better for Team Japan here.
Reese doesn't like those excess men now on the 6 point and the 4 point.
Oh, look at this
Particularly
5-2.
valuable.
Ugh, I can't break it. I cannot break that.
Because he's got to run from the back, do you think?
Yeah,
too?
I think just give him the 4 shot.
Yeah. Go to the 9.
Yeah. I
Well,
give
because
him-
even if you get hit, he's still got a lot of work to do.
right, but this is
Well,
5 in all instances.
Yeah, probably hide it. You don't want that many bots dancing around.
No, but it does get cute if you use the 2 over there. It's slightly less shots on that particular checker, and then you can maybe build the prime in front of them. But I think this is right.
Yeah, this seems.
I don't like. I hate having 2 loose checkers, and this
No,
can't
no,
be right.
no,
This
because
can't be right.
you potentially got 2 bots out there when you try and clear the whatever point
Yeah,
that is.
because
I mean,
it's
and
more
also, but it's
Yeah.
worth looking at.
Yeah.
It's you clear a point. A point cleared is a point not to be feared. I hate that trite saying, but it's accurate.
You hate all of my sayings.
I don't hate all of your sayings. I haven't heard all your sayings.
Give me some of my greatest hits. Alright. 2, 3. Just comes down.
Jobs around the corner.
I mean, the
Hideaki wants to
5-3,
roll.
6-3 really isn't even that great.
Hideaki wants to roll small.
5-1 is smaller than average,
Yeah.
so you
Yeah.
take it, you take it. Double A's.
Wow.
Oh, you're certainly making the 8-point here.
Okay.
And then, do you make the 6 prime that you
I
cannot
don't
hold?
think I do. Yeah, because you can't hold it.
And he
There's
doesn't want to
nothing
leave.
really timing it, and then you. But I guess what are you covering? You like so the double 6 or something like that. It's not. It's.
But you
not
love if
enough.
he rolls a double 6.
Right, because those two would be trapped.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is a good play.
If you're hearing a lot of extraneous noise, it's because a lot of these matches.
And he
have
rolls
now
the
gone-
double 6.
Yeah. But he's got a little bit of
That's,
time for it, right?
Perhaps the match is finishing out there,
I
Babs.
believe so.
It's dinner time.
Dinner time.
Chaos reigns here.
It is a veritable stampede.
Well, we
All
might
right,
be
so now
hearing-
Reese is like, well, maybe I'm no longer getting the gammon, but I still want the 4 points.
He's still got a lot of gammons against the juice pot.
Yeah.
Bang. I don't know. Like, because you know Hideaki will snap at the chance to pass this Ryukyu.
Right.
I didn't think it was too good.
No, if you know he's never taking it and there's a decent chance of
Yeah.
gammon, then
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think he has any bad dice. Alright, he sends it. So he cashes in. Goes to 4 away, 10 away.
Can the chat hear all the extraneous
No.
noise?
Hopefully not. This is we have a directional microphone, so it's pointed firmly towards Carter and Malcolm.
Right. So hopefully there's not a lot of feedback, but I'm sure there is going to be a little bit of bleed.
Yeah, well, we're in quite an echoey corridor.
Right.
So we have a...
Only the
4-2.
finest corridors here in Greece that we get put in.
Hey, don't knock a corridor.
I love
It's a
corridors.
great way of getting from room to room.
So co-commentators here, what is Hideaki thinking here now? He's got a 4 cube.
He's thinking, well, I'm down already.
You think about the 8 cube.
You know, thinking about the A cube. I've got the 2-point anchor.
Yeah, chances
Gammons-
are I'm not getting gammon here, right? So if I take it and I can ship that snowman, it's going to be huge, right?
Because you do get a surprising amount of play with the juice point. The only problem is
He doesn't
how much
like-
timing does he have to hold
To
his
hold it,
board?
right.
And he doesn't like that he's made his 1 point yet. So
Yeah.
Right, but
But
he's
he should
got
be
some
able to-
he's got some decent time for this, right?
Yeah.
Those checkers, you know, on this on the 16 point, 2 on the 16, 1 on the 13. You know, you can do that little three play for the 3 point.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
straw poll, gents. Who thinks he's taking?
I think he might surprise us and take this cube.
I wouldn't be surprised if the take ends up being at the score kind of. I mean, you're going to be 4 away, 10 away if you pass, right?
Yeah.
So it's time to make some monumental moves here.
It's a pretty baller take if he finds it. I'm quite happy we don't have XG, but maybe in the chat someone will put it in for us.
Well, isn't it an old call before the electronics and things? That the bigger the cube, the easier the take.
Right. Well, that's also because you're a cash game specialist, Malcolm, and you like to intimidate people with those 8 cubes and those 16 cubes.
Well, as you Americans would say, my grandpappy said, you can't take an 8 cube unless you give a 4 cube.
That's right. Exactly right.
Did I get that right, grandpappy?
Grandpappy.
Grandpappy?
No, I don't know, but it's funny. There was a old, is since passed, but Curtis Luke is a great Dallas player. Used to say, he's like, I may play a 6, but I'll make you choke on that 4 cube.
In a 13-point WBIF match last year, I gave one of my opponents a 16 cube.
Okay.
That's a bit character building in a 13-point match.
Oh, yeah. There you
Yeah.
Correct.
You're laying it out. Did he take it?
It was correct cube and correct take.
That's
It was-
okay.
It was.
Oh, he took
It was
it.
taken. It was taken. So you're not going to see it come back instantly. But
And then immediately he rolls something a little bit awkward. You You just make the ace point here?
Well,
Yeah, I think so.
He might think about slotting.
Because now he's
So
got the 4 cube.
he's thinking about slotting,
Right.
and then we have to decide, is it worth it or not?
Well, if he rolls
If he's
if he
missed
rolls the ace 3 after this, then you're regretting certain life decisions.
Yeah, but
He has some very, very poignant life decisions.
I don't know.
I think I like this. I don't, the ace hit, then all of a sudden you get a lot of play.
You need the
I'm
flexibility
gonna go
though,
out.
because he's now got time after you roll big.
I'm going to go out and limb and say I like the slot.
Okay. The slot could very well be correct.
Reese, I love you like a brother, buddy.
And
Ace
he,
six.
and he never, and he
Almost as
never
good as
moved again.
1-3.
And he never moved again.
Ace 4 6.
Yep, here's how this goes. Here's how this goes.
Oh,
Yep.
here it comes.
Bang.
I didn't think it would come back
Frosty
this
the
quickly.
Snowman, I told you.
10s and 3s to cover here.
Ooh, you have to take.
We are commentating on the Ueda Hodges match where an 8 cube is being shipped.
Yeah.
That's
I think you have to take.
Well, didn't I?
You have to take it.
Didn't I tell him not to slot? No, I said slot. So what happened?
Yeah, you said slot. Yeah.
I said I was with Reese on the slot.
okay. Well,
I think
we're
the slot
seeing an
was
8 cube.
correct.
Yeah, but I don't have my glasses. It's kind of blurry.
Cheaters, will that help?
Yeah.
I'd give you mine, but whatever.
But this is a horrible.
So black is on roll. He's just shipped an 8 cube over.
Yeah, but white is still winning, so I think you have to take it.
You have to take it.
Straw
Yes.
poll, it's takeable.
But yeah, all right, here it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because like behind that 5 prime, it's not easy to get out, and he's not covering that.
All right, what's the roll?
5-4, 5-4.
I don't think the question
Well,
Right.
maybe he should come down.
if it's a table.
What does he want? So he's going to think it differently here.
No, I love the redouble. I think it's a good thing.
Score.
Right at the score, you're going to be dead in the water anyway. 2 away, 10 away.
What do we say? The bigger the cube, the easier the take.
Right, I believe you said that, Malcolm. But
The bigger the
the
cube, the harder it
threes
is.
from
But double threes. You cover.
yeah, you were at wow, but you can also
cover, you
point,
hit,
right?
You
You can put
do
2 in the
everything.
air, right, while hitting.
You can point on his head.
Right, I like the pointing on the head.
And he comes in on the ace. You're
With
not
that,
allowed
point,
to
with that pointing on the head expression, well, if it's not in the head, where is it?
Right, in the heart, just like you, from the heart, baby.
Well, what are we doing?
We are thanking the whatever God you pray to that you have this dilemma.
Oh yeah. It could have been worse.
And yeah, it's hard to imagine. It could have been better though, you know. So I really like.
3-6. You would have taken.
Yeah, but again, it's
No.
you know
He
this
comes
is.
in hitting you on the ace. You're
If
not
you
unhappy at all.
so look at the two. So make the point on his head, right? He misses the ace.
Yeah.
You've got a 6 to pick up. You've got all these things to make your a 5-point board with 2 in the air.
Yeah.
I mean, then all of a sudden, Reese now can get gammon for match when you had it like firmly. Or pardon me, Ueda is just.
Yeah, this is. Ooh. Oh, what? No, I don't think
That
so.
seems too cowardly.
No, you
Reese.
can't do that because he has a lot of joker numbers coming in.
Right. You need another checker in the air.
Like, no, I think
You're
if you
fine,
can maintain your structure, you're not that worried about being hit.
It's got to be pretty strong to make that 2 points.
I like this.
Yeah.
I like this. This
So
seems
he
like-
rolls a
Yeah.
1. What happens if he rolls a 1? Big deal.
Right.
It
The
hurts, but
painful
it's
thing
about-
is the double 3 response, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
1-2. 1-2 he hits.
Yeah.
I love it when they cooperate and don't win quickly.
Right.
Gives us a lot more
Okay,
work.
ace
The
six.
1-6,
Ace
okay.
6, that's a fan. Double ace. He comes
cool.
in.
Oh, and a little
and
shifty,
you-
it seems
yeah,
like.
you-
Yeah.
Comes.
I might have.
Yeah,
he wants
you
that.
want to cover the 4, right?
Yeah.
He wants those 6s.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. 4-5 comes in with 1.
So, Carter, what's going through Reese's mind at the moment?
Right now, is he the flyer? Is he the windshield? Right. Yep. All in.
Yeah. Well, you're gammon. Or you,
Right.
Yeah, you are
If
gammon.
you get hit with the if you get hit with the 4, you've got problems anyway. Now you need some 2s.
We have Philippe Perrinez in the chat. Hey, Philippe. PPZ.
All right,
Friend
so-
of mine from the club.
Yeah, how about this 4? And then I think the 3 is closer because no, you
No,
you
you
don't want to
should
use
just ship
2s.
it up.
The twos need to come up, right?
Yeah.
In all circumstances. So
And
we're
you want the 6 aiming at the 4.
yeah.
The 6s are not good, so just jog
6s
in the
and
back.
5s, so maybe it's in the back. Maybe it's the checker that's on his.
This
yep,
one,
this
yeah?
one.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
You can play
you gotta-
desperate containment, counter,
So
whatever.
Hideaki's got enough
you play-
game now to be hit and still survive.
Yeah, you're playing
Oh,
Blitz.
fans again. This
Playing
is
Blitz versus Prime, which can go one of 2 ways. This is
3-1.
3-1 is a bit rubbish.
Some would say that's unfortunate.
that's pretty unfortunate.
Maybe put it on the 5 so you get good ones. I don't know. You got to leave the block where it is. I think you
Yeah.
need that point.
Yeah.
Oh, no, the 5. The ace I would shift from 6 to 5 just so you're diversifying your 2s,
Yeah, you don't need the 2s. The 2s aren't effective for
idea.
you.
and then probably move up to the 7 so you got good 3s. I don't know.
They'll let some coverage on the 2 if he comes in there. As
Or you
well,
can even
so.
come down with it, right?
Yeah.
But I think
So
Well, no,
I definitely like the
coming
6
down
to
with-
5,
Coming
right?
down with the 3, you don't
We'll
need to
duplicate
make that
it.
point.
It will duplicate. You're not really making the point. You're just using getting a little more kill time, and you want the 6s and 5s to not be cracking, to be covering, right?
Yeah.
Because you're going to need
So,
time for the 2.
Could it possibly be 6 to 5 and 13 to 10 like this?
Yeah.
This is what he's doing.
I think it's good.
Yeah, I
So,
like this. This
a
was,
lot of ammunition at the 4 point, even if he gets it. You see, so.
and then your double 6s play okay if you roll it. You're horrible.
I thought he would do this because I was a special guest
3.
in the Japanese team meeting yesterday. So,
Yeah.
There you go.
And
6-4, yeah.
He covers. He's not got that 2 yet.
Right.
He
He needs a 2.
desperate. They both
He
need
needs
to,
a 2.
6-5.
You need that.
Hideaki very happy to dance for. Oh no, Risa very happy to dance for him.
no,
Hideaki is in the market for a 2. He'll pay a lot of money for a 2. He gets a 1-3. Oh no, sorry, that's Hideaki. Reese needs a 1-6. Alright, he's
6-1.
happy the 6 doesn't play. Do you slot? For
You
the-
get a little more time, right, with 2 in the
Yeah.
air. So if you get popped, then you can get the 3-5. You get a little extra.
Yeah.
You hold the board, so I think the slot's not bad.
And you don't care about gammons, so
No.
if it doesn't work, you're screwed anyway. What can Reese pull out of his hat?
that'll be
here?
a good one to see later on. The slot there.
6-2, he hits.
The slot.
Okay.
Alright, he really wants the 3.
Yeah, he needs the 3.
Even money, he'll get
Oh,
the 2 now.
3-2. Nice anchor.
Oh, this is a
He
swing.
would have liked that had he not slotted as well in the previous one.
Yeah, but I think this.
Yeah, I agree.
6-5.
Oh, and here 5s hit, 4s hit, 3s hit, 5s hit.
Okay, so.
Yeah, Reese needs to anchor, and he
Oh,
does
double
in fashion.
twos. And do you switch?
I think in this instance I do.
I don't see anything better really, apart from going to the 2, which I don't like.
Yeah, you switch. You still have the builders for the ace, and and you need to come out with You've got 3
Yeah.
on his 2.
5s
on
and
his
6s
deuce.
out, 2s and 1s for the 5 point. He comes on the 1, he won't be all happy, he gets a 5.
5-4. Very nice response. Very nice response.
This has evened things out enormously.
And 4 primes are
4-6.
longer than they look, but 6-4.
And but two primes can be deceptively long as well.
Right. And sadly, there are times when just a 1 point board, it seems like it's amazing to battle.
But they're 5-1.
Yeah, 5-1 he makes a nice outfield.
All right, well, every 2 is getting a hit, right?
1-3.
Oh.
He makes his board. He equalizes the boards. So that checker is probably coming
So
out
that's-
5-2.
Yep, nice
the hit.
response.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
Nada's nose.
There are gammons here now.
Yeah.
There are gammons. So we liking that 4 cube from Reese now.
Yeah. Well, the 8 cube, the response. So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think you get away from the 2-6 in the bar.
Yeah, I think so.
Dagfinn?
That's Dagfinn Snarheim walking past, legend of the game.
All right.
2-5, he's in and he's out.
Wow,
we're
that was a
at
good response.
7s and 13s.
Oh, the old 13s.
2-1.
Yeah,
Oh! I said the 2 prime is pretty long.
The 2 primes
What's he
can
got
be a
here? He's
little
got
annoying.
12s, he's got 7s, he's got 2s, he's got little horrible things.
The 2,
yeah.
double 2!
Woo! With Bojo in the chat.
Just in time for dinner. Thank you, Reese.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
This is insane. 4-2, he does not come out, and he doesn't hit.
No.
He doesn't want many more small numbers.
Would double 2
Yeah, he
be
really
a joker
needs-
there?
Yeah.
Call that a super joker or
It's a
joker?
Is
4
that
double
another
4.
4?
Oh, no, it's a
Okay. Yeah, it's another 4-2. So he needs a 5 or a 6 pretty desperately. It looked so easy.
This is the biggest shake of the match so far.
It's a 5-3. He's
Yeah.
out. He's
All
out.
right.
All right.
Okay, now
This
he's
takes a
got
lot of pressure
extra
off.
time.
This takes a lot of pressure off. Double 3 though.
What the? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Oh.
There are some awkward numbers.
Hold your breath, guys. He's looking at the recube to 16.
So,
For
and
the
then it's got
walls.
the 8 cube.
He's out.
He's out.
5-1. Yeah, this is gonna be Jin. I think.
Sorry, Sam. One of the Japanese
Although no,
numbers.
we have all lost from these kind of positions.
We have
So an important
But-
question here is
Double
what are we doing
5,
for dinner?
1, 2.
2.
Carter, what are we doing for dinner?
Then to clear the 6.
Yeah.
What are we doing for dinner? I'm
are we
not sure,
doing?
Malcolm.
Alright, so 6-1 from the bar is the money shot.
6-1, but also some of
Yeah.
his come-in rolls if he dances.
Yeah.
Like there's some
6-5.
6-5.
He's probably not going to win the race, but he might. 4-2, okay. Yeah, 6 fine.
Yeah, but he's holding the 8 cube. This is match, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He Hideaki requires some 6s.
Yeah.
Multiples thereof.
Life is
What about
a
that double chair?
mystery. Yeah.
I didn't.
Okay.
I feel this is
This is not looking up.
The,
5-1. It's too slow.
yeah. You need sets here, and you need them quickly.
6-3. He's just ripping them off.
All right, resizes.
5
I don't know
checkers
how the
off.
rest of the Japanese contingent is
He
done.
rolls a
but-
double 3. It's not his best, not his worst.
right.
It might
It's better
keep,
than hit some of his others.
might keep a glimmer of hope alive.
As
but-
long as he can get double 6-5-4 this roll.
Yeah, no, he's not doing it. Instead, he's digging holes. 1-4. Yeah, I don't think this is achievable. Maybe with 3 double 6s. Double 5. Okay. If he gets another, he needs.
I feel he's shuffling deck chairs on the Titanic right
He
now.
needs 2 more doubles, including a double
Yeah,
6 now.
including 6s.
No, he doesn't have it.
All right.
All right.
Good match. All right.
Match.
Well done.
Well done, Reese.
It is now
Also known as Chris.
dinner time and break.
Indeed, guys. Well,
breakfast time.
Carter, Malcolm, thank you so much for
James, thanks for having us.
Great. Hopefully see you again.
Yes.
If not this evening, then tomorrow. But feel free to join back on.
Thank you.
All right, have a good one, guys.
Do we get paid after each session or at the end?
At the end. Talk to Arda about it. Okay.